thank you everybody for coming to our talk. PixArt, it's been around a while. I was an early adopter, I loved it. Then I moved on to Canva, Pixlr, and now Photoshop. I want to go back to PixArt. Can you tell me why I should go back to PixArt?
Okay, because it's one of the best out of those three, right? No, joke aside, thank you, Qatar, for hosting us. Last year, I did a quick survey. How many of you have heard about PixArt? So I would be keen to hear how many of you heard about PixArt or have been using it. Raise your hands. It's got better since last year, so it's good to see the progress. And that explains why PixArt. Because we've been in business already for 14 years. Since first day, our vision was to make creativity accessible to everyone, even to non-professionals, non-designers. And up until now, we're still doing all of this, and we're still just providing tool set, content, and helping our community to be more creative. And just the strategy have changed each year, but all stayed the same.
So it started off with just images, and now it's videos, isn't that right?
It started a mobile first, Android first photo editing app, and then we have been adding over the years additional capabilities like video editing. We have added community element in our platform, and then we also introduced what we're calling at that time remixing the content. So users were able to contribute their content, and another users can take and remix those. So this way we created this user-generated content definition at that time, and it was still actual, and we're still leading the market.
Can you tell us all the AI tools that's available on PixArt?
So in terms of AI, of course, it's accelerated over the last 3 years significantly, but we have been into AI since 2016. We introduced our first AI-based, AI-powered tools back then. In 2016, it was remove background, it was filters, effects based on AI technology. And over the years, we just kept adding and investing more and more, building the team, using and utilizing all the available products in the market. And as soon as this Gen AI hype was there, we were one of the first who introduced our own in-house built model, text-to-image model, back in 2022. And we already have seen over the years more than billions of generations, and it keeps growing.
Okay, great. So your own model, and then do you use other industries' models as well, or do you just stick to your own?
Right now, no. Right now, because models are commoditized since last year already, we also are utilizing whatever is available in the market. So it's both what we built as well as what's available, because our strategy is right now to provide the best experience to our users and the best way to solve their problems. And whether it's our in-house built model or any external party model, it still will be available in our platform.
How important are users' feedback to you and the data you receive from them using it? How important is that?
How important what, sorry?
User data and feedback from users.
No, user data and feedback from users was always part of our strategy. Basically, this feedback loop always was important for us in order to see what users really need, in order to provide them the solution which really will help them to achieve something. Being it's consumer trying to spend time on our platform, or side hustler or marketer who need to solve certain problem for their business. We have always been having this loop with the user, and it helped us to refine and fine-tune all our features and product over the years to be the best for our user.
With the likes of competitors like Canva and Pixlr, are you like, do you have a good relationship with them where you're all discussing AI and where it's going, and or is it a case of no, you're a competitor and we are going to do our own thing and you're watching kind of what they're doing as well? How does that work?
Yeah, honestly, we do not talk with them. We, of course, follow what they do. They probably follow what we do. And that's how the business works, right? We need to follow our competition. We need to follow the market. But what I could tell, the market is huge and it's growing and it's still growing. And that's one of the first and best thing for every business when the market is growing. We still see that there is enough space for several players,
Okay.
and we still see that each of the players have some uniqueness which others do not have. So that's how we look, and that's why we just focus on whatever we are doing the best and keep doing that. We just learning what others do.
Yeah.
Is it always helpful?
Is it expensive to keep on top of your game? Like, is it expensive to expand into AI and make sure your product is doing what you wanted to do and what your users wanted to do?
In terms of cost, it was expensive, let's say 2 years ago, much more than right now. So that's another thing why this AI was commoditized, because every year everything gets better, mature, and more cost efficient, starting from infrastructure, GPUs, and everything. So that's why even smaller companies right now can build pretty good models, which means our main focus is mostly on the solution versus just focusing on technology and trying to be best in technology.
Okay.
By utilizing any kind of available technology to provide the best solution to our user.
Okay. How do you think AI is changing the creator economy?
It makes it more accessible, of course, because you can start by doing something with AI and then keep refining with different other tool sets available. I see it's another step, it's a bit huge step towards making creativity accessible even for the people who are not so creative or not so confident in doing something from scratch or do not have any ideas how to start from. I see that it helps a lot. But then it's really important to keep your own style, to keep adding your own flavor on top of this generated content, and that's why we believe that our platform should be purely AI generation. It's a mix, it's a hybrid of AI generation, AI assistant generation with some other tool sets which will help you to shape this content and shape these creatives.
In terms of the people that use it, what stage groups are they? Gen Z, or is it for everybody? Like when you mentioned
No, product for everybody, but what we have observed over the years and when we started, the main audience is Gen Zs, of course. Right now they already like 26 years old, some of them. So we started when they were too young. We helped them to spend their time in our product, create some and enjoy and make fun with creatives. And now over the years we started also to help them to use our product for their businesses. And that's where we are moving right now as well, moving up market and to help our Gen Z users to when they are starting their company, when they are joining the company as a full-time marketers, to help them with the solution which will be during their lifetime with them, and not only when they need something for fun.
So yeah, get them in young and when they're creative and they don't need to make money, and then grow with them as they grow into small businesses or side hustles.
Yes, exactly. It's pretty natural expansion for us because we start with them then when they are in school, then they graduate from school to university, and then they start their business or join some enterprise. We want to be with them and help them.
Okay, very good. Obviously, we talk about safety and responsibility in AI in general, but obviously you've got AI tools on PixArt. How do you make sure that they are used safely and responsibly?
Even before AI, because we have community element in our platform, we always have been using internal tools plus manual moderation in order to make our content as safe as possible, to the extent it's possible, because you can't guarantee that it's completely safe. And yeah, the same is with AI. We have other AI moderation tools which filtering some of the content. We are utilizing some manual moderation alongside with AI products for keeping the content safe. Again, we are doing everything is possible to minimize the risk and to minimize the level of content, but as with every content, you know that some people are using it for good, some people using it for bad.
Yeah.
It still will be the case. It's just a matter of understanding and being able to distinguish properly.
Yeah, and it's hard to keep across every bit of content, you know?
Yes, and a lot of user-generated content, it's also really hard to control everything.
Yeah, exactly. Virtual influencers, some of them are extremely successful, and some of the virtual influencers that are out there get more likes and more engagement than human ones. Brands have, big brands have used virtual influencers. What are your thoughts on virtual influencers?
Virtual influencers, what's your definition of virtual influencer?
Well, I checked out, there's a Brazilian one that's got massive following, and then there's one, I think was in Spain, but they look fake, and I mean, they've got millions of followers and they don't seem to be doing anything wrong, but just feels a bit weird.
I mean, still, as long as everyone believes that it's
It's obvious.
It's good.
Yeah.
And if there are like enough likes or enough actions, I do believe this. It's the same like it was always, right? People were creating different number of accounts and presenting that in a different way. So I think it's just a next level of doing that with the tools currently available.
Yeah.
And it will be really hard to eliminate it completely.
Yeah.
We still will be encountering it. It's just all of the social networks and all of the platforms trying to build tools to minimize the impact or to try to eliminate those. But I do not believe that it will be completely eliminated.
Yeah, exactly. I think you just have to be very careful, particularly I work in news, and you have to be very careful what you're creating with news.
Yeah, what I suggest to everyone is just, it's very important the educational component here. We need to educate in schools, in universities, and afterwards, how to distinguish between different types of content, how to distinguish, is it AI generated, non-AI generated, is it like fake account, non-fake account? I think education is really important. It's really important to speak about it. So it's getting mature and people understand by themselves how to deal with it.
Just in terms of creativity, we all know AI is probably going to make things efficient, but will it really make people more creative, or will it be like people might get a bit lazy and use it, and then actually the creativity that they had already is taken away?
It depends, let's say this way. For some people, it's really hard to start from something. I think it can be really helpful.
Yeah.
It will assist to kick it off, and then I think it will help people to come up with more ideas, and keep refine and keep creating some variations out of it and thinking more and more. In other cases, yes, we will see a lot of content which will be very similar. It's where just people creating the same stuff and they are using the same stuff without burdening themselves to do or change something. So I think it will be a combination. We already see in the market a lot of similar kind of content everywhere, but at the same time we see that very unique content where people try to refine it and try to bring their own ideas into it, even when they're starting with AI.
Yeah. Where do you see, now it's a big question, but where do you see this all going? Like 5 to 10 years, or is that too far out? Because things are obviously changing a lot.
Yes, right now we honestly can't predict for 5, 10 years anymore. We even can't predict for the next week what will happen, because you go sleep during the weekend, wake up, there are like new models, more advanced technologies within a couple of days. So it's really hard to predict. And everyone right now should be super adaptable and not planning too far ahead, because it will be really hard or you will miss a lot of things. What I see, honestly, it's, again, it was 2 years ago, it was about AI models. Last year, it was mostly about efficiency. This year, it's more about agents, AI-assisted something. So I see that it will be ongoing, the shapen over the years, and it will be more and more AI-assisted in different ways, in different industries, and it will become more and more smart based on the learnings and based on the trainings that those models are going through. But at the same time, I like this more AI-assisted piece versus that it will be replacing completely everything. And what I've heard the other day during another event, which I really liked, AI helped from idea to action, accelerated the time from idea to some action. So that's the biggest advantage of AI, that previously it was taking maybe a month or years to do something.
Okay. Are you scared at all about what AI will become?
It's a reality. So being scared won't give anyone anything. So while being scared, we try to adapt and try to utilize for the benefits of our users. And again, try to utilize for making the world even better than before, and think how to utilize to shape and help people to be more creative and to be more efficient.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the conversation.
also.
Thank you all for coming to the talk. Please put your hands together for Pixar's co-founder and Chief Product Officer, Mikayel Vardanyan. Thank you.
Thank you.